A fighter jet tearing across the sky faster than you can even track with your eyes. A jet so advanced that before enemy radar even picks it up, it's already launched hypersonic missiles, traveling at over 5 times the speed of sound. You can't outrun them. You can't stop them. This isn't some futuristic fantasy. It's America's newest defense technology, becoming reality right now. In the global arms race for air dominance, the U.S. just jumped light years ahead. The Navy's upcoming FAXX fighters being outfitted with hypersonic weapons. And this combination is about to redefine what it means to rule the skies for generations. While China and Russia have been loudly flaunting their hypersonic missiles, America's been quietly working on something even more powerful. A stealth fighter launched from aircraft carriers, capable of unleashing these devastating missiles from anywhere on Earth. And today, we're going deep into this game-changing breakthrough that could tilt the global balance of power. What you're about to learn about the FAXX and its new weapons will completely reshape how you see America's military capabilities. If you believe our armed forces deserve nothing less than the most advanced systems in the world, go ahead and drop the word proud in the comments. Our men and women in uniform deserve the best tools money can buy. So, what is the FAXX exactly? Think of it as the future core of U.S. naval aviation. This 6th generation fighter is designed to replace the Navy's aging F/A-18E/F Super Hornets and EA-18G Growlers sometime in the 2030s. But to call it just a replacement is like calling a smartphone just a phone. The FAXX represents an entirely new way of thinking about what a fighter jet can do. In April 2025, the program got a major shot in the arm when the government approved $500 million in new funding to speed up its development. This wasn't just routine spending. It was a clear message about how essential this aircraft is to our national defense strategy. The battle to build this jet has been fierce. Boeing, Lockheed Martin, and Northrop Grumman all initially threw their hats in the ring. But in a twist no one saw coming, Lockheed Martin, the folks behind the F-35, was knocked out of the race this March when their proposed design didn't meet the Navy's strict standards. That leaves Boeing and Northrop Grumman head-to-head in a high-stakes competition that could define American air power for the next 50 years. Boeing brings experience from the Super Hornet and their recent success with the Air Force's F-47 program. Northrop Grumman counters with unmatched stealth expertise, gained from projects like the Batiste, gained from projects like the B-2 and the new B-21 bombers. But the winner of this contract won't just land a deal. They'll shape the future of American carrier-based aviation. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars over the lifespan of the program and a strategic edge that could last for decades. Now, here's something most people don't know. Unlike previous jet programs that relied on older development models, the FAXX is using next-gen digital engineering and rapid acquisition tactics. That means faster development, virtual test flights, and the ability to upgrade the platform continuously throughout its service life. But the most exciting part isn't even the jet itself. It's what it's going to carry. Let's talk hypersonics. What exactly is a hypersonic weapon? By definition, anything that travels over Mach 5, 5 times the speed of sound, or around 3,800 miles per hour, falls into that category. That's fast enough to cross the country from New York to LA in about 40 minutes. But it's not just speed. Unlike regular ballistic missiles that follow predictable arcs, hypersonics can maneuver mid-flight. That makes them nearly impossible to shoot down using today's missile defense systems. Imagine trying to intercept a bullet with another bullet. Only this bullet can turn corners. The U.S. has been working on several hypersonic programs. One of the Navy's major projects is the Conventional Prompt Strike, CPS program, which uses the Common Hypersonic Glide Body, or CHGB. This system had a successful test back in 2023 and was originally developed for submarines and Zumwalt-class destroyers, with plans to field it by 2025. But now, in a bold move, the Navy is working to pair these weapons with the FAXX. Why does that matter? Because we're talking about 2 advanced technologies, stealth and hypersonics, coming together in one platform. The result is a capability that no other country currently possesses. Picture this. The FAXX takes off from a carrier located far outside enemy missile range, flying at supersonic speed and cloaked by stealth. it slips into hostile airspace undetected. Then, without warning, it fires a hypersonic missile that hits its target in minutes, long before enemy radar even registers the threat. This isn't just a minor improvement, it's a total shift in how naval power is projected. And it's arriving at a time when the global strategic environment is getting more complex, especially in regions like the Indo-Pacific. For a while, the narrative was that the US was falling behind in the hypersonic race. China and Russia both made a lot of noise about their progress. But the truth is, the US has been taking a more measured approach, focusing on getting it right rather than rushing something half-baked. And now that patience is starting to pay off. Let's take a closer look at what makes the FAXX the perfect vehicle for these weapons. From what we know so far, the FAXX will feature a tailless twin-engine design with a blended wing body, all optimized for stealth and long-range missions from aircraft carriers. Early concept art shows a shape that significantly reduces radar visibility from every angle. One of the biggest upgrades over current jets is range. Rear Admiral Michael Donnelly, who heads the Navy's Air Warfare Division, has said the FAXX will fly about 25% farther than today's Super Hornets. That kind of reach is essential for missions in the Pacific, where operational distances can be massive. The FAXX will also use what engineers are calling smart skin. Basically, sensors embedded directly into the surface of the jet. That means better stealth and 360-degree situational awareness all in one. Another major innovation is the jet's flexibility. You'll be able to fly both with a pilot or autonomously, depending on the mission. Imagine a manned FAXX leading a squadron of unmanned versions into a high-risk mission, boosting firepower while keeping people out of harm's way. The internal weapons bay is also key. Instead of carrying missiles externally where they'd be visible to radar, the FAXX stores its payload inside, keeping the jet's stealth intact. And yes, it's being designed to carry those massive hypersonic missiles. Maybe the most forward-thinking aspect of all is how the FAXX will work as the central hub in a broader system of manned and unmanned vehicles. It'll coordinate with drone wingmen, or collaborative combat aircraft CCAs, that can scout ahead, jam enemy defenses, or even launch their own strikes. Think of it as a flying command center, orchestrating an entire digital battlefield. Of course, integrating hypersonics with a fighter jet isn't easy. There are massive technical hurdles. First, the heat. Hypersonic weapons generate temperatures exceeding 3,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That requires next-level materials and cooling systems, both for the missile and the jet. Then there's the size. Hypersonic missiles are big, and fitting them into a stealth jet's internal bay without affecting performance is a serious engineering challenge. Targeting is another issue. These missiles move so fast that conventional targeting systems just aren't accurate enough. The FAXX will need advanced sensors and AI to ensure those missiles hit moving targets with pinpoint accuracy. And let's not forget the engine technology. Scramjets, used to power many hypersonic weapons, only work after being accelerated to super high speeds. They don't have moving parts like regular jet engines, but getting them to function reliably has taken years of research and trial. But here's the thing. It looks like American scientists and engineers have solved these problems. While the full details are obviously classified, the fact that hypersonic integration is moving ahead strongly suggests that we're past the biggest hurdles. That's not just a military win. It's an engineering feat that proves the U.S. still leads the world in tech innovation. The timing couldn't be more crucial, as rival nations develop systems meant to push U.S. forces out of contested areas. The FAXX loaded with hypersonics is a direct response. For decades, aircraft carriers have been the backbone of American power around the globe. But long-range missiles like China's DF-26, nicknamed the Carrier Killer, have raised concerns about keeping carriers safe. With the FAXX, those concerns start to fade. Its long reach and hypersonic missiles allow carriers to stay farther back, beyond the range of most threats, while still striking deep into enemy territory. That keeps our billion-dollar battle groups relevant and effective in the 21st century. In the Indo-Pacific especially, where distances are huge and tensions with China are rising. This capability changes the game. American carriers will be able to operate safely and still influence everything from Taiwan to the South China Sea. Beyond tactics, this also sends a message to our allies and our enemies. To our partners, it shows that America is still fully committed to global stability. To our rivals, it's a reminder that when it comes to technology, the U.S. doesn't play catch-up, it sets the pace. This entire program also proves the value of America's slow but steady approach to developing weapons. While others rush to show off flashy prototypes, the U.S. focused on building something that actually works, and works better. That's always been the American way of warfare, not just responding to threats, but staying 2 steps ahead. So, what's next for the FAXX? The plan was to announce the winning contractor in early 2025, but that timeline might slip a bit due to some budget debates between the Navy, Congress, and the Pentagon. But make no mistake, the program is still moving forward. The Navy is fully behind it, with Admiral Lisa Franchetti, the Chief of Naval Operations, calling the FAXX central to her long-term vision for the fleet. The first jets might carry conventional weapons at first, with hypersonics phased in once testing is complete. That cautious rollout ensures both the plane and the missiles are rock solid before they're deployed. Testing is still ongoing, with both setbacks and successes, as you'd expect from cutting-edge tech. But every test brings us closer to turning this vision into reality. And maybe the most exciting part, this isn't just about building a better jet, it's about building the future of American air power.